I'm going to believe that the only reason Jay-Z and Beyonce are still together after he cheated on her is because she got her lick back. That has to be the case. Either she got her lick back or she cheated first.
She definitely set us on top as far as like the song and the album being number one with her creativity. So we really have her to thank for this Grammy.
What are you smiling at? What's going on?
Because I can't, because she makes me blush when she talks about that.
Have you ever actually stopped to wonder how Beyoncé found it in herself to forgive Jay-Z after he cheated on her and publicly humiliated her in front of the entire world? She is Beyoncé. She could have her pick of any man on the planet. Well, it turns out she did exactly that, because apparently that was the only way she was ever going to tolerate staying with Jay for this long. And the man she reportedly chose was none other than Alejandro Sanz, someone she was allegedly seeing behind Jay-Z's back, with absolutely no receipts to prove it until now. And what makes this even more staggering is that Alejandro may not even be the only one.
Album. My theory is the reason why she stayed with him because she has her man. She know her man is always going to be by her side and is going to be there. So, I mean, I guess she like, look, we here now. You cannot tell me the chemistry between both of them. I see what you're doing. To be honest, she don't even smile the way she smiled when she with this.
At this point, Beyoncé leaving Jay-Z has become a cultural event the entire internet is sitting and waiting for. Fans have been talking about a split for a while now, but the noise got significantly louder when Jay got connected to Diddy's crimes and the Epstein files. And people were almost certain he was about to go down right alongside Diddy. But Beyoncé has stayed firmly by his side through all of it. She even showed up at Yankee Stadium to celebrate the 30th anniversary of his debut album Reasonable Doubt, stepping in for Mary J. Blige on Can't Knock the Hustle. Even some of her most devoted fans started questioning her for it, completely unable to understand why she was standing by a man like that. But according to recent reports, Beyoncé is no innocent bystander quietly waiting at home while her husband collects side pieces. She grew up watching her father Matthew Knowles cheat on Mama Tina repeatedly throughout their 31-year marriage until Tina finally walked away. So Beyoncé was not about to sit still and let Jay do the same thing to her. Reports say she has been having her own adventures on the side for quite some time. Now Beyoncé has always kept her private life locked down tight, but the internet was quick to clock something potentially brewing with her bodyguard Julius DeBoer. Back in 2009, Beyoncé and Julius were photographed leaving a hotel together, with her signature red lipstick visibly stained on his lips. When the photo first surfaced, people dismissed it because Jay and Bey were still practically newlyweds and nobody could believe she would already be having an affair and leaving evidence in plain sight. But by 2014, a source from inside Beyoncé's own camp confirmed that something was going on. The two were spending significant time alone behind closed doors, and Julius was even staying in her hotel room. Jay reportedly got jealous, caught wind of the intimacy, and wanted Julius fired immediately. Beyoncé reportedly told him he was not going anywhere. But if Julius had Jay on edge, Alejandro Sanz had him absolutely unraveling. Alejandro Sanz was already a massive Latin superstar, while Beyoncé was still with Destiny's Child, and the two began collaborating early on, with Destiny's Child providing backing vocals for his hit Spanish ballad Quisiera Ser. Beyoncé went a step further, helping Alejandro add new English lyrics to the song. When she launched her solo career, she spoke openly about how working with him sparked a deep fascination with the Spanish language and Latin culture. She released a Spanish cover of Irreplaceable and even recorded a duet with Alejandro Fernandez. At first, it all read as a smart strategic move to expand her footprint in Latin America. But then clips of Beyoncé and Alejandro Sanz together started circulating on social media, and fans immediately clocked that something far more personal was happening. Beyoncé was laughing and giggling uncontrollably, looking down every single time their eyes met.
She definitely set us on top as far as like the song and the album being number one with her creativity. So we really have her to thank for this Grammy.
What are you smiling at? What's going on?
Because I can't, because she makes me blush when she talks about that.
And look, we have seen Beyoncé be warm and affectionate with Jay-Z plenty of times. But have you ever seen her full-on blushing like that? Even performing together, people could not stop noticing playful energy and the undeniable chemistry level.
Very exciting. I mean that all that talent in that moment with a song, with I write in my home, you know, like I'm very happy. I don't know in English.
It was that obvious that Beyoncé had genuine feelings for this man, and word is that Alejandro felt exactly the same way. Now, Beyoncé and Jay were reportedly already together at the time, but that had never stopped Jay from seeing other women whenever he was out of town, so Beyoncé reportedly decided she was not going to sit home and wait either. The moment she gave Alejandro the green light, he pursued her seriously, reportedly teaching her Spanish, taking her on multiple trips to Spain, and introducing her to his family and close friends. And as that connection deepened, Jay-Z took notice and started putting in the effort to win her back, because he understood that losing Beyoncé meant losing the power couple status that had become central to everything he had built. Mama Tina has even spoken about how Beyoncé was once torn between staying with Jay and another man in the industry who was seriously interested in her. And it turns out that mystery man was Alejandro. It is not entirely clear when or how that relationship ended, but what we do know is that Beyoncé ultimately decided Jay was the better long-term choice and married him. But staying with Jay does not mean Beyoncé is blind to who she married. And Jay is equally aware of her affairs, having reportedly accepted the arrangement as long as nothing ever becomes public. The only reason she addressed his cheating at all on the album was because it had already embarrassed her publicly, and saying nothing would have been far worse for her image. Sources confirm the Carters operate more like a business arrangement at this point than a traditional marriage.
What I've heard about them as a couple is that they've been living separate lives for a very long time. So they together, but they living separate. And part of the reason why they're already living separate lives, and we may actually see one of the biggest divorces in Hollywood, is because Jay-Z's up next to be exposed.
They reportedly live in separate homes, keep their individual businesses completely separate, but stay together because their combined brand is exponentially more powerful than either of them standing alone. Ever since Jay's cheating became public knowledge, everyone who enters their orbit has to sign an airtight NDA to prevent anything from leaking, and that applies to Beyoncé's world just as much as his, which is probably exactly why we are not getting any new information about the men she may currently be seeing. But what I really want to know is what you think about all of this. Sound off in the comments, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, baddies.